Hi Flosstube, I'm Ashley in Stitches. Welcome to my fourth Flosstube video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, spending some time with me. Today is Thursday, December 21st. It's the evening, so we're a little bit of a different day, different time, and different setup than my last few videos. This video has tons of holiday stitching, so I thought we would make it super festive. Someone commented on my last video and said they were watching it while wrapping presents, so I figured that's probably something a lot of people are going to be doing in the next few days. So thought we would try something new. I have lots of stitching to share, so we will just jump right in. Let's see, I've got a few finishes to share, a couple like starts and finishes, new starts, whips, and there will be a previous Christmas finishes, previous holiday finishes parade at the end if that's something you're interested in. So we will get started. Since my last video, the Jingle Ball happened, that was a few weeks ago. I won't talk too much about it, but it was a lot of fun. Kudos to Stephanie Webb, Lindy Stitches, and the whole team that put that event on. Just really cool, really special event. I did not get to participate nearly as much as I would have liked, just you know, busy life with a toddler and all of that, but I did get to, on the very last night, I got to pop into some of the like whip speed dating rooms and meet a few stitchers, which was really cool to do, and I'm looking forward to next year's event. So I had two classes that I was signed up for. One was the Candy Cane Biscornu class by the Blue Flower, Janine McGowan, the Blue Flower. I did the self-kitted option, but everything I sourced was pretty much exactly what she used for the model. It's not perfect, but I made it, and it's the first Biscornu I've made. I'm happy with it. It's a super cool thing, just cool, you know, pillow finish to have. Let's see, what is there to say about this? It's stuffed with, I stuffed mine with lizard litter, crushed walnut shells. I love the way they feel, and I've used that on a few other finishes in the past, but I think it's one of my favorite fills for pillows. Yeah, so there it is. It's the Candy Cane Biscornu. This was only recently finished, FFO'd in the last week or so. I did finish all of my stitching by the Jingle Ball, but didn't actually get around to FFOing it until in the last week, and it was kind of an FFOing job where it took me a few days because, you know, it's all hand sewing. You're basically stitching together your back stitch lines that come on your cross stitch piece. So yeah, so it just took me a few nights of I finished my Advent stitching, which I'll share shortly, and then we'll just pull this out and just slowly do the hand stitch it. But yeah, here it is. Love it. Very cool, and Janine was a great teacher, and I'm looking forward to hopefully stitching another Biscornu at some point. So the other class I took was the Hello from Liz Matthews Santa's Night Tree, I believe is what it was called. This is stitched on a 36 count fiber on a whim topaz with the called for threads that were provided in the kit that Liz Matthews provided. Let's see, 2/2 and 36 count. So this is my first ever tree finish. I love it. We've had one incident since I FFO'd it with a cat and a bowl of water. But kudos to Fiber on a Whim and Weeks Dye Works for color fast fabric and threads. So wait, I need to hit it again with an iron, but it still looks okay. And I'm very happy with this finish. Let's see, Liz provided a few embellishments that I decided my personal preference was to not use them. Some like big metal snowflakes, I realized I just liked the stitching, and then some lace you could do at the bottom, and again I just kind of decided I really liked it as is. She did provide another pattern that's essentially the homespun here that you can stitch onto a band and wrap around the spool. I'll do that at some point, so I wouldn't consider this fully FFO'd, but it's FFO'd for now, finished for now. So yeah, I love it. Very happy with it. Yeah, that was a cool class, and it's really cool to know now how to finish some of her other trees. Obviously, Liz Matthews has so many great tree designs. And I'll probably use it for, I think she has a spring tree or two, but for her 12 Days of Christmas patterns, which do come in tree form, I'm planning to stitch those all together in the sampler form anyway. But yes, so those are my 2 Jingle Ball finishes. And that was, like I said, a great event. I'm very happy to get to participate, and I will definitely talk about haul and whips stemming from that in a few minutes. But also, since my last video, I had one additional start and finish while we're talking about FFOs. I started and finished, this is, I believe it's called Puppy Present by Satsuma Street, just a design, another ornament for the tree. This, I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I wanted to get this one stitched and finished this year since we did add a new puppy to our family this year. His name is Bruno. And yeah, so I got that one done, and then I went ahead while I was doing that and I FFO'd 2 others that I've stitched earlier this year. This Santa with the bell, which I want to say may have been like my New Year's Eve start last year. I definitely finished this back in like January of this year. And then this one that I showed in my last video, got ahead and FFO'd that. So I had 3 for the year. And as part of my previous finishes parade, it's going to be mostly stitching you guys haven't seen because I have a pretty deep under the bed box, but I will show some finishes you've seen before, including some of these ornaments. And then just one other small start and finish since my last video was this Mary Catmas ornament. Helen D showed it in one of her previous videos. It's just a simple, cute little thing. I just want to put it in a bowl of fun designs. We have 2 cats, Edwin and Sherby. So yeah, Mary Catmas, super cute. And I used the same threads that I had used for these 2 designs, which was Color and Cotton Clara, I believe, and Mistletoe by Classic Colorworks. And on 32 count Chickpea Linen by Color and Cotton. So those are some of my finishes and starts and FFOs since the last video. I have quite a few new starts and whips to share. Let's see, the first one we pick up. I am participating in the, forgive me, I'm participating in the Modern Folk Embroidery Evertote Roxy Flosco, ooh, it's late, holiday countdown. Each day, if you're not already familiar, each day we get a different piece of the pattern and a new floss for that day's stitching. So we are on day 21. I am finished through yesterday's stitching. I haven't had a chance to stitch today. So this is through the 20th. So there's 20 colors here. I like where it's headed. We've got, it's kind of hard to see in this lighting. We've got these 2 dogs here. 2 squirrels here, and what I assume is going to be 2 birds. And then today's motifs that I haven't had a chance to stitch yet are 2 reindeer down here. Just for fun, here's the floss for today's floss. It's called Baker's Block, and it's like a really rich, dark 3371 type of brown. Really pretty, and I can't wait to stitch it. It has been a lot of fun each day opening the pattern and opening the floss, and there's always some treats. Today's had some hot cocoa, not always some treats. Every once in a while there's been some treats, and it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend if you didn't participate this year and are curious for next year to check it out. It's been fun, a fun part of each day. So what else do I have? My next start to share since my last video. This is, I believe it is simply called Mary by Lost in Stitches. Lisa, who, if you're not familiar, is a Flosstuber here. I recommended her in my last video. She's a really inspiring stitcher. I won't share her story here, but I would go check her out. She's very inspiring, and I was really excited to get to purchase one of her new designs. She recently started designing, and to get to support her. So this is nearly done, not quite there. This design is called, like I said, Mary. I'm stitching it on a 40 count antique white linen. I don't have much left to do. A few more of these snowflake motifs. and a few more, like one more line under the snow here, and then some eyes and hooves, and these guys are done. So it's itty bitty. This is a 8x8 Q-snap, so it'll be a little pillow. I'm probably going to do it as a pillow ornament, so I can't decide if I want it as an ornament or a pillow, so I'm gonna do both and make it both ways, and then get to choose what I want to do with it. So yeah, it's very cute. I just thought it was a sweet design, and I just saw this evening Lisa from Lost in Stitches posted on her Instagram that she's doing a holiday sale in her Etsy shop. All the patterns are 40% off. So if you like this design, or I would definitely go check out her shop and see some of the others. They're fun and sweet. And yeah, go check out Lisa's shop. And this, I will definitely hopefully have this finished tonight or in the next couple days. Let us see, what do we have next? So the other whip, an older whip, not a new start, that I have finally pulled out again is Feliz Navidad by Blackbird Designs. This is an older whip of mine. Let's see, pull it off. Here we go. Whoop. Here we are. Not a ton of progress, but it's getting there. I've been pulling this out over the last week, basically after my daily go. So I've added in more of the letters, this border, and I finally got to, the last time I stitched this a couple nights ago, to the teal frost, which gives it a really nice pop of color. I love this design, and it's one where I cannot wait to have it finished and displayed. I think it's very charming and colorful. But as much as I love all the color and just love the piece, it's very fiddly to, you know, have to switch your thread pretty frequently. So yeah, so that's kind of why it's been my like a few minutes a day sort of stitching. But yeah, I can't wait to get this finished. Hopefully by next Christmas. It's not going to be anywhere close to finished for this Christmas. Let's see, I have a couple more things. Check my notes. Let's see. This next one is a small start, and it won't take too long. And I did not bring a cover photo, I'm sorry, but this is Christmas Pin Pillow by Kathy Barrick. It's got a bird here in the center, which I've got stitched up, a simple Quaker border here, and then reindeers all around the edge. Cute. Should be a pretty quick stitch. I'm stitching this on a 40 count color and cotton scrap. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's a 40 count. I am not using the called for colors. I'm just using similar colors that I had in Stash. Yeah, so this green and this green are supposed to be the same color according to the chart, but I started with this one and thought it was too light, and so I decided on a different one, and I'm going to either choose which one I like better, which is the darker one, and pick this out, or just leave this and run with it. Make it a 5-color design instead of a 4-color design. So we'll see. This is just another one that I'm excited to, I'm definitely envisioning like a nice big bowl of Christmas pillow finishes. So yeah. This is my start on Santa and the Wool Makers by Hello from Liz Matthews and Kathy Barrick, a really fun collaboration that they released as a Jingle Ball exclusive. This is, I think, one of the first pieces I picked up. I was so excited to, I just loved it when I saw it. Let me show you a cover photo if you aren't familiar with it. Okay, I'm borrowing the iPad idea, oh boy, borrowing the iPad idea from Jordan Tattooed Stitcher, but let's see, it's probably not going to work with this light I have. It's I needed extra light since it's pretty late at night here. But yeah, so this is what it will look like. So I've got this section done over here, and I'm working my way over to Santa. I've got the 25, so just work on the sheep and Santa soon. I actually think as soon as I finish Mary, the Lost in Stitches design, I will probably go back to this one. Try to. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I will probably go back to this one because it is really an enjoyable stitch and quick to make progress, and one of those ones where, you know, each little motif feels like a little win. Yeah, I'm stitching it on a 40 count It's Tumbleweed by Color and Cotton. It's like a nice medium tan. I wanted something where the white would pop pretty well. So it's maybe a little blown out here, but yeah, what else is there to say? Sweet, cute design. And I think that is all my starts and finishes and whips since my last video. It's been just lots of fun holiday stitching. Oh, I was gonna add, I'm stitching it with like a lot of Kathy Barrick and Liz Matthews patterns. The model is done with NPI, it's charted for NPI, but they have a great DMC conversion. So I'm just stitching it with the DMC. Whip pile here, finishes here. Next, let's talk about just a little bit of what I picked up at Jingle Ball, and it kind of goes into plans as well. So in addition to the Hello from Liz Matthews design that I showed, the Kathy Barrick one, I got a couple other things. Forgive me, I'm trying to just catch my brain up to where I am in here. Okay, so let's see. How was I planning to show you my haul? So, okay. So one of the patterns I picked up was this Satsuma Street Holiday Glow. Super cute. I did get a red linen for it, which is around here somewhere. Yep, just a, this is a 32 count Christmas Red by Zweigart. I believe the model was stitched on a 28 count Christmas Red by Witchelt. I don't love Witchelt, it's very, very stiff, so I got Zweigart Christmas Red. I tend to stitch on 32 count more anyway. I thought this design was really sweet. I kind of am drawn to anything with like a mom and baby motif, which is what that reads to me. I'm sure everybody sees what they want to see in it, but I see a cute mom and baby bird, and I thought it was a sweet design. And also, I mean, an easy finish with, I love just the simple oval finish there. I also picked up Hands-On Design, All is Bright. And just today, they're hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie, special dyed a linen for that design. And just today it came in the mail. So this is, I believe she called it Juniper, 32 count linen, very pretty. I'm excited to get to stitch on it, and there should be quite a decent amount left over for some other pieces. And I also purchased Heartstring Samplery's Go Tell It on the Mountain. I thought that was a really beautiful design. I was drawn to it pretty quickly. I have a few linens and stash that'll work for it. I'll have to spend some time doing a conversion to floss that I have in stash, but that might possibly be my Christmas Day start. So I think it'd be fun to have a Christmas Day start. So yeah. Okay, was there anything? Oh, one more. And then the last piece I got was Christmas Wishes, the Hello from Liz Matthews. I don't know if this was a Jingle Ball exclusive, but she released this at Jingle Ball. And it's two designs in one. Obviously the We Wish You a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And then this awesome little pillow down here. I'm not entirely sure how I'll stitch this one. I probably won't do this simple, you know, I think it's just black floss. I'll probably do maybe red, maybe blue. And then I love the pillow, which I'll probably do in a red, again, for this Christmas pillow bowl I'm talking about having at some point. So that's my haul. And then we'll do plans, and then I think we'll jump into the previous Christmas finishes parade. So let's see. So for some plans, the Christmas start, I will probably do that Heartstring Samplery pattern. And I would love to do a New Year, New Start. A New Year's Eve start and a New Year, New Start, both. I don't know, because for New Year's Eve, I mean, I have a 2-year-old, and even before I had a 2-year-old, we would stay home on Christmas Eve and just relax on the couch and watch all the like Christmas Eve programs that are on. So it's fun. That's a long stretch of time for some stitching. So I'd like to find something fun to stitch for New Year's Eve. And I have a few ideas, but I haven't fully committed to anything yet, just since Christmas is in a couple days, and it's been obviously like a nonstop last few weeks. And then I would also like a New Year's start. I might possibly do a New Year's Day start. I might possibly do garden mandala. No, not garden mandala. Rainbow mandala. I don't know where garden came from. By Shannon Christine Designs. I have it kitted in stash, and I think that'd be just a fun, colorful New Year's Day start. It would also probably be a pretty quick piece. I don't have a picture handy, but I have shown it previously. And then let's see some other plans, things I'm thinking about. Whip Go. I do think I will probably do Whip Go this year for 2024. I did it did it come out in 2018, 2019? I did it in like the first year or two that it was out, and then I did not do it in 2021 or 2022. And I think 2024 feels like a good year, and 2023. I obviously didn't do it this year either. I would have shared it. So for 2024, I will probably go ahead and create myself another board. I've probably got 25 to 30 whips. And for the last few months, I've been like wanting new starts all the time. I'm drawn to all the new things, but it's time to pay attention to some of my whips again. So yeah, so I'll probably create a board, get through Christmas in the next few days, and then have a little more time to sit down and create my board, go through my whip bag, and decide what I want to focus on. I do still want to, I'm very goal-oriented with my stitching, but I do still want to have freedom to work on what is calling to me. So I'll probably set like 3-day goals for what's in my Whip Go. So I'm touching the pieces, and I can keep working on them if I want to, which is what often does happen. But yeah, so kind of get to participate and have those goals, but also still have freedom to work on whatever is calling to me. Something like Market always gets me, Needlework Market coming in March. Just all the new spring pieces, and I'm wanting to stitch those in the springtime because, as I've shared, I'm a big stitch with the season kind of stitcher. So those are some of my loose plans. Only other thing I have a note here that's kind of calling to me is Salentine's, which is another box coming out from Evertote, Roxy Floss Co., and Modern Folk Embroidery. I did not bring that photo to share either, unfortunately, sorry, but you may have seen it on social media. If you haven't, go check out one of those pages. Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery has a pretty new design coming out for Valentine's Day, and Evertote and Roxy Floss Co. have a collaborative box that they've put together. You can get just the called for flosses if you want, or you can do a bigger box that has the linen, the threads, and 3 box exclusive designs. And you know, the box exclusive designs are tempting, so I'm giving that some thought, but we'll see. I haven't decided either way. So I have a lot to stitch with. I don't really need to get anything new, but yeah, so those are plans. Previous stitching. Now we will jump into a previous stitching parade. This is all holiday, Christmas, winter pieces that I've stitched previously. I have some that are fully FFO'd, a few of which I shared in previous videos, and then a pretty good pile of waiting to be FFO'd pieces that I've stitched over the past 5, 6, 7 years. Oh, I hope none of them are 7 years old, but okay, so we'll jump right in. A few that I did not share in the last video, but that are FFO'd. This is Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Stitchrovia. This is a Stitchrovia design. I stitched it on a 32 count linen by, I can't remember the name of the shop, but it's kind of a blue, a pretty lavendery blue. And yeah, I've got it just finished as a hang up, and it hangs up in the walkway. Yeah, there's that one. We've got this is a Barbara Anna design. Super cute. I love anything with a night, Santa sleigh, night scene. I believe Kathleen from Kathleen's Trodden Trail, I remember her saying in a recent video that she's also a big fan of these. This particular design, she has a very similar circular design ornament out now. The square finish of this was a freebie in a Facebook group called Candy Cane Stitchers several years ago. I don't know if they still have it in the files, but Barbara Anna did design it for that group. So yeah, and I had stitched this on this was a 28 count. I remember it was a hot chocolate by Extrude Designs. So yeah, this hangs on the tree as an ornament. On a 28 count, it's pretty big, but I stitched this a few years ago. I love it. And yeah. What else do we have? Another one I didn't share in the last video is another Barbara Anna. I cannot remember the name of this guy, but it was in a punch needle primitive stitcher, and you can probably get it now on Creative Poppy. But this was stitched on a 32 count. It's either Wren or Legacy by Picture This Plus. Just a cute design, stitched with the called for DMC. Lots of fun. I am missing one that I forgot to bring, but I shared it last week. The Santa and the Key by Barbara Anna Designs. Those two go together pretty well. And then this random little one. This is a little tiny pillow. It's a beanbag feeling pillow. It's got the beads in it. Anyway, it just says Merry Christmas, and it has a very simple Christmas tree motif. You know how some pieces you have just a very strong memory of stitching it? I have that with this particular piece. I was on a work trip. It was one of those that kind of make you travel close to the holidays for a retreat. So I was on a work trip, and I remember stitching on this in my hotel room. This was a part of a much bigger sale that the designer was doing, and I can't even remember, I don't remember the name of the designer. It wasn't anybody who's super active now, I believe. But I stitched the Merry Christmas on the center motif, and then I don't know if I didn't love the other motifs or what, but I just ended there and just turned it into this little pillow, backed it with a buffalo check fabric. Yeah, and this was stitched on I used to really love, this was 18 count oatmeal, the Fiddler's Cloth Ada. Anyway, I don't have a Christmas bowl like I keep talking about, a Christmas pillow bowl, so it just sits in the tree every year. It's in the ornament box. It's fun to take out. My daughter loves to, feel the beanbag. So yeah, and then a few FFOs, previous FFOs that are, I probably did show last week, but I'm going to show again in case you are here just to see a ton of Christmas stitching. So this is Plum Street Samplers. Oh shoot, I don't remember what this guy's called. It's Plum Street Sampler, stitched on a 40 count R&R Reproductions fabric. I believe it was Stars Hollow blend, with the called for threads. We've also got this Merry Christmas, My Dear by Country Cottage Needleworks. And then this one, I know when I shared this last week, in my last video, which was a few weeks ago, I could not remember the name of the designer. It was Cottage Garden Threads, stitched on a 40 count, I think it was Vintage Winter Sky by Lakeside Linens, which I know are very hard to come by now. And this, which will not fit in this whole frame, but my Lizzie Kate Jingles. Love this one. It's if you are interested in stitching this, you can buy it as a bunch of different patterns. A set of, it's probably 6 with 2 to each little leaflet. Okay. And then we've got a few more ornaments to share, and then we will get more into the under the bed box. So I've got the cat here. This is Satsuma Street cat ornament. I do all of these on the paper that they come with. It's a 14 count perforated paper. You stitch it 2/2. Mill Hills are 3/2 is what they call for. The Satsuma Streets are 2/2, which 2/1. It's the paper. But anyway, I love this one. It kind of goes well with the puppy one because we've got this looks just like my cat Edwin. This guy. This section is all going to be these Satsuma Street ornaments. Here. This Sweet Deer. And Candy Claus. And I got his companion Lolly Claus. We'll get her stitched in 2024, hopefully. Okay, and now we will get more into the under the bed box. It needs to be FFO'd at some point pieces. So let me get out this. This is a frosted pumpkin stitchery. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a pretty distinct design you can find on the Christmas section of their website. Super cute. If I was going to stitch it now, I probably would just stitch that top motif and make it a pillow. But I went ahead and did the letters, which was a lot of fun. They're stitched in, I believe it's Weeks Dye Works Icicle. So you can see some variegation, the blue to white variegation. Yeah, and I stitched it on a 32 count ale by Picture This Plus, which is just, I love that dark warm brown for Christmas stitching. I think I've got a few other things on this. So yeah, I do have a fun red frame that fits this that I got from Signed and Numbered, but I'm not sure if this is what I want to put in that frame. So we'll see. Obviously, I haven't committed to anything yet. Next up, I believe I shared this once previously, but this is a Blackbird Designs from the Peppermint and Holly book. I stitched it in 2019. It's on a 32 count Extreme Designs linen. This is one of my favorites and I would love to get it FFO'd. A lot of these are needing frames and it just hasn't happened. So this is Barbara Anna Designs, and this was in a series of magazines. It came in 3 magazines. I can't remember the name of the magazine. If you want to know, please let me know and I will find it below. It is kind of hard to, I bumped the tripod. It is kind of hard to come by, but it does pop up on eBay from time to time. So it's very similar to, she has a very similar design on Creative Poppy right now, but yeah, this is stitched on Color and Cotton Sampler Gold, a 32 count linen. I love this and really need to get it FFO'd. It's so cute. We've got that. Next up is, we'll go this way. This is a Prairie Schooler. Night Before Christmas. It may be called Night Before Christmas. This was stitched on a 32 count antique white linen. I believe that is what was called for. And with Prairie Schoolers, I'm stuck on, there's some I want on color, there's some I want on the called for. So this one I went ahead and tried the called for. I love it. Thankfully, this was way off of the stitching, but I've mentioned before I'm a highlighter stitcher, and this was my one bad highlighting incident. But thankfully, it's far off the stitching, it won't be a problem. But yeah, I finished the stitching this one last Christmas. So that's one. This is another one that I super love and need to get FFO'd before next Christmas. This is And To All a Good Night by Blackbird Designs. I stitched it on, this also might be Sampler Gold, whoops. This also might be Sampler Gold by Color and Cotton. It's stitched on a 32 count. Often I say when I pull out my old finishes that if I were to stitch it today, I'd stitch it on a 40 count just because I'd like it a little smaller, but not for this one. I love that I did this on a, made it a little bigger with a 32 count, and I can't wait to get it framed. If I recall correctly, I used the called for threads. Yeah. Okay. This next one is fun. This is a Plum Street sampler design. But you can see that, okay. So it's going to be finished eventually as a drum. This is the side of the drum. It's so fun. It's just such a unique design. I was really drawn to it, and I remember outlining the whale and just having a really nice, easy fill-in stitching. Yeah, just fun, like the candy canes and the presents under the ocean. And then what was actually really drew me to it is the top of what is going to eventually be the top of the drum. This Santa on his ship is so cute. Look how little he is. I just love this. And then the bottom of the drum says, "Old Saint Nick, he sails the seas. His beard grows long so he won't freeze." So very, very cute. I can't recall the name of this. It might be like Santa's Sea Shanty or something to that effect. by Plum Street. And I stitched it on, this is a 40 count R&R Beach Brew, I believe. So love that one. And then I had a meetup with some stitching friends recently. I shared this piece, which is a Little House Needleworks. It's like 3 winter houses, I believe is the name of this, something like that. And it's stitched on a 32 count R&R blend fabric, R&R Reproductions fabric. I can't remember which line. Winter Brew maybe? It's like a nice brown. Anyway, I kind of shared that this is, I love this piece, but it's not something I want to frame, so I wasn't sure how to finish it. And at this meetup where I shared it, a stitching friend suggested turning this into a drum and practicing a drum, because I've never made a drum before. So using this to practice making a drum, and then moving on to the Plum Street drum. So that is probably what I'll do, but yeah, got that one. Where are we? Got a very messy pile here. Okay. Next up, this is All Is Calm, All Is Bright on, ooh, the bright light right here really gets the sparkles. This is a 32 count raw linen with silver sparkles. I don't know if they still make exactly this this thread, but it was just a Zweigart. And the designer here is either the Trilogy or Bent Creek. I can't remember which one. This might be a Trilogy. It's been a while since I stitched this. Why it has not been FFO'd, I don't know, but love it. Sweet design. It'll definitely be an ornament soon. And then next we have, there's a few designs on this piece. This is another 32 count Picture This Plus Ale. This particular design, Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. This is by Sub Rosa Designs. You can get it in her Etsy shop. I believe I pulled my own colors for this. But yeah, this I will probably just finish in a hoop maybe. We also have an ornament on this linen. This is Ink Circles Truly Endless Knot 2. And it was in maybe like August 2015 issue of Just Cross Stitch. If you want me to confirm that and verify, let me know, and I will definitely be happy to share. But Truly Endless Knot, in the model piece, each of the lights is just pink. I went ahead and made them all a fun, colorful Christmas light color. So I'm gonna get that stitched into or FFO'd into an ornament, and then this is a. Give the angle, guys. Anyway, this is a Lizzie Kate. A cute little Lizzie Kate ornament from Just Cross Stitch, one of the ornament issues. It just says joy. This I stitched not that long ago, earlier this year, I believe. And same with this one here. I thought I'd have more time for FFOing, but hasn't happened. One of these days I will just sit down and have like an FFO party. I just need to be in the mindset and just FFO a bunch of things at once. So we also have, oh, this really needs an iron. This is a freebie by Luminous Fiber Arts, Misty. I stitched it on a 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. And I assume the linen, or rather the thread is probably a color in cotton, but I don't remember what color it is. But just a nice pretty red, super sweet design. This tiny little thing. This is Liz Matthews gave this away, I believe, last year as a freebie. Just this tiny little thing. I stitched it for some reason on 46 count linen, so it's itty bitty. I think I was just wanting to try out the 46 count linen. I don't know if this was last year or the year before. Maybe it was like a tester before jumping to the 46 count I'm stitching my long dog on. I don't quite remember. But I will get it finished into either one of those tiny little ornaments, or just rather tiny little picture frames, or a tiny little ornament. But it's cute. I did just stitch it as, there we go, with the called for DMCs. This is the Blue Flower. This was in the 2022 Jingle Ball Baubles book. I love this giraffe. He is so cute. Probably will just make this a pillow. love it. Janine released there is another cute animal in the 2023 Baubles book, and she released a freebie ornament as well, an holiday ostrich. So I hope to stitch that at some point. And this is another one of her animals. This was a freebie last year, separate from what was in the Jingle Ball Baubles book. And this one was just, that's either 40 or 46 count. Just this cute hippo wearing the Santa hat. I just think it's, adorable. And who would have thought of that? I love it. I do recall, since I made the mistake of stitching it on white, I had to do a little bit of backstitch for the end of his hat here and here. But yep, those two will get FFO'd soon. And this might be the end of it. This might be the last one. This is Not Even a Mouse by Lindy Stitches. This was also in the 2022 Jingle Ball Baubles book. I did pick up the 2023 book. It has a cute, quite a few cute designs, and I will definitely stitch some of those. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I know there's so much good Flosstube out there right now, Vlogmas, Flossmas. So thanks for taking the time to spend with me, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and I will see you guys probably not until 2024. So I'll see you soon. Bye guys.